Hi everyone, I'm Kirsten, the problem solving teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. I wanted to talk to you today about Pinterest. So I've been doing almost a month of Pinterest now, trying to get a product for a pin up for every product in my store, which is a little bit over 80 products. So unfortunately, I am not going to achieve my goal this month. That is hard for me because I usually manage to achieve my goals, but this month I am not going to. I have discovered after getting decently good at Pinterest that it takes me about 20 minutes per product. That's between Canvas, pulling up descriptions, doing UTM codes, copying and pasting, and uploading it all to Pinterest. Going through that whole process, it takes me about 20 minutes to do it per product. Part of that is that for some of my older products, as I've been going through, I have been updating the descriptions on Teachers Pay Teachers, which I think is a good way to do it, but it's also making me take longer than I thought it would. So, if you have heard other people talking about hiring VAs, I've just done a little bit of basic research on it because I was like, yeah, I don't love doing Pinterest. And time-wise, it would be great to hire it out. From what I've read, from what I've researched, from what I've asked, it costs somewhere between $100 to $1,000 to hire a VA who is good at this to help you with Pinterest. And so for me, that's just not even an option right now. Oh, and that's per month. The average seems to be about $500. Now, it also depends on what you are asking this person to do for you. But for me, it's just not even a possibility. So it's something that I'm going to have to do until I'm further along and I grow my business more. I have learned a lot of useful things so far. I've been doing some Pinterest research outside of the Teachers Pay Teachers world. I am looking at YouTube videos and podcasts that are not related to other teacher authors, and they're just telling you how they've been successful on Pinterest and how they kind of format it and do it and get all of the traffic. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that today because I think that is going to work out really well for me, and I want to share that with you. So one of the very successful YouTubers and pinners, this is some of their advice that I'm passing along to you. And, it's kind of a mix of things that I've gotten from every different place that I've searched. So I'm trying to bring it all together for you in one place. So you have Pinterest boards. That's where you make your pins to. One of the things that you can do for your boards is you can upload an additional pin and make that pin brand it. So you can make a cover specifically for your branding. So my colors are teal and pink. So I found some beautiful teal and pink backgrounds on Canva, and I took my logo and I'm putting the board covers right on there, and I'm going to upload all of these board covers so my boards look unified in Pinterest. The recommendation was to have 20 boards to start, which sounds like a lot and it sounds like not very much, but it is. It's like, that's a big place to start. So like I went through my TpT store and I looked at the categories I had, and I made categories that I thought would work well for Pinterest based on those. And I was like, I might change some of my TpT categories based on what I'm doing right now. And then I also looked at my blog and what blog posts I've written and what ones I think I'm going to be writing soon in the near future. And I came up with 20 categories for me to do. One of those categories should be all of my TpT products. One of those categories should be all of my blog posts. And one of those categories should be everything. So those are my first three categories. The recommendation was to have like an all products, all posts category. But for me, I was like, I should have one for that, and also all of my blog posts, and also all of my products. And then once my YouTube channel is up and running, I'm going to have one that's all of my YouTube channel posts so that everything's kind of easy to find. So pins. It's great to use a lot of keywords with natural language. So you're not going to keyword stuff. You're not going to put like all of your keywords right next to each other, especially at the beginning lines, which is similar to how Teachers Pay Teachers does their descriptions. You do want to use the full 400 characters, 500 characters that Pinterest gives you to create your description. Make sure that your title is keyword rich. You want to make sure that there's some keywords in there. The images matter. Some people say to brand it, some people say create a template and use that constantly. I'm still working on my images. I'm still using JPEGs to try to just get a pin up for all of my products, and then I'm going to hopefully get into product photography and video pins. But right now I'm just trying to make sure that I have pins for every product so that they can be viewed by more people. At the bottom of your description, it is a good idea to put any keywords that you didn't already fit into your description. So you know, if there's like another name people call it, you want to put those keywords there. And it's good to put a couple of hashtags, like plain simple. Don't like do like long hashtags like teachers of Instagram. That is a super long hashtag. Do a short hashtag that kind of just keeps it short and to the point, because Pinterest likes hashtags, I'm told. Use UTM codes. Pinterest has a spot for you to put, you know, where it's going, and Teachers Pay Teachers has a UTM code creator. It's one extra step, but this way you can see which pins are working. So that way you know which pins are gaining traffic, which pins people are looking at, which pins people are actually clicking through to get to Teachers Pay Teachers. So definitely use the UTM codes. In order for your Pinterest site to grow, in order for you to get more followers, more views, more for Pinterest to show your stuff to more people, you should be, I'm told, pinning 40 pins a day. Now that's not creating, that's pinning. So you should be repinning your pins to, 40 times a day to additional boards. So that's why you need 20 boards to start. I am not doing this yet. I'm going to hopefully be getting there. I have so many things in the works right now that it's just, I'm taking it one step at a time, and I'm pacing myself. I'm also told that group boards are dead. I'm told group boards aren't dead. I'm thinking that it's worth trying. So I haven't found group boards yet, but I want to start to try to get my pins on group boards. So again, this is one of the things I'm not doing yet, but I'm gonna work towards getting there. Video pins are also favored by Pinterest. Anything, the newest, the latest, the greatest, they like when you use it. So video pins, I'm not doing them yet. I'm just trying to get up a pin for every product to start, and then I will hopefully get to my video pins. But Pinterest likes them. So if you are there, definitely keep working them. A lot of people batch their pin making between a toddler and the process. I am kind of making a few pins for a product at a time. And then, but because I have to go through the TpT description and the UTM codes, I'm kind of making my pins in Canva and then getting the description set and then going to the UTM codes and then putting it all on Pinterest. Some people will sit there in Canva and make 40 pins. I am just not there yet for just the whole process of it. But I'm hoping that I can get there as I get better at this, but it's still a learning process. So even though I'm not meeting my goal of getting over pins for every product this month, I do want to make sure that I'm celebrating all of the things that I've learned, because whenever you learn something new, it starts off really hard. So some of the things that I'm celebrating is I've gotten over 500 views on Pinterest so far. I did not take my personal Pinterest account and then change it to a business account. I just started a brand new clean slate account, and I've gotten over 500 views so far. I've learned to make pins, so I've always felt like I've picked up on things pretty quickly when it comes to technology. There are some things that I'm like, let's just barely out of my reach of understanding, but a lot of things in technology I can pick up pretty quickly. But it's still a challenge. So I've learned to make pins. I'm also celebrating that I've started to wrap my head around this part of my business, this digital marketing, SEO, how to get more people viewing my store. And so I think all of those things are things to celebrate. And so take a minute and celebrate with me. I hope that some of this beginner advice on Pinterest will help you jumpstart and dive into it. If you have any questions or comments below, if you have any additional advice for me, I'd love to hear it. Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.